Hi, so how's everybody doing tonight? So I'm here with Tempest. She is a successful author. Tempest, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, first, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this episode. Very special episode. My students are very, very creative, and they're going to love to hear your perspective on things. So first, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. My first question for you. So what is your education background?
Well, I have a double bachelor's from Western Illinois University in journalism and communication. So I've kind of known early on that I wanted to go into a field where creating content or just writing in general was going to be necessary.
Okay, so what made you want to be an author? I know you published several books. Is that right? Is it a series?
I do have a series, yes. I technically have two series.
Oh, nice. And did you always want to be an author, or what made you want to be an author?
I kind of knew around seventh grade. So I did start pretty early on. I knew around seventh grade that I wanted to be a writer. I started off writing short stories in school. And my English teacher slash principal at the time kind of noticed that I had a really, a good talent for it. And he started getting my short stories published in like a series of books by, a compilation of young authors. So it started around seventh grade. And I kind of just kept it going from there. I didn't know I would go on to write children's books, but I knew that I would be a writer of some sort.
Oh, very good. So that actually leads me to my next question. How long did it take you to write your first book? I know with a lot of new authors, there's a lot of things they got to work out. 'Cause they never done it before, the ins and outs. How long did it take you to finally get that published the way you wanted it and to sell it?
So that's slightly a trick question
Hmm.
because so I started writing, but I didn't know. I have a very vivid imagination. So when I started writing, it was more thoughts, it was not a story. When I finally put all these thoughts together, I was like, oh, maybe I should kind of formulate this, organize it, and make it into an actual story. But that started like my senior year of undergrad. And I didn't actually go on, and that was like 2013, 14. I did not go on to actually get it published until 2017. So, I mean, I was just me more so procrastinating. My books to follow took me way less time because I
Mhm.
knew the steps and I was just way more familiar with my own writing style and how to actually get published. So it was a long process initially, but that was also because I was not doing it straight through. A lot of procrastination there on the first one.
Oh yeah, no, I understand completely. My students can tell you that. Um,
It
so,
happened.
oh yeah. So, are you self-published or did you get a contract with a publishing company?
I am self published and now I do own my own hybrid self publishing company.
Oh, very good. So, for your process for writing your book, so do you write a chapter a day? Do you do an outline, or how does that work exactly?
So, because I write for children ages like 4 to 10, I don't necessarily need to write in chapters. So, what I do is I absolutely do an outline. I do not believe in starting a book without an outline. And now, as a writing coach and an owner of a publishing company, I advise all of my clients to do the same. So, I always start with an outline because it really just helps you to avoid writer's block and get everything into one space and you know exactly what you're doing. There are no gaps. It eliminates writer's block. So outlines, and I also create storyboards. So I do it that way. As far as the actual process, I do not write in order all the time. I kind of write as it comes to me. So I mean, anyone that's a creative knows you kind of have to do it when it comes, and it doesn't always come in order. So I've had the ending of a book before the beginning sometimes.
Oh yeah. So you say you're on a publishing company. So does that mean you publish other people's works as well as
I
yours?
do, yes.
Oh, nice. So, is that recently, or have you had that for a few years now?
So the name itself I've had for a while, but I did not officially start taking clients until this year. So I knew it was something I would eventually transition over to, but there were just things I needed to do to like kind of solidify the publishing process before I could start
Mhm.
officially taking on clients. So, but yeah, started this year.
Oh yeah. This isn't in the format, but do you prefer a self-published method or like going through an actual company?
So for me, I prefer self-publishing, but everyone doesn't want to be as hands-on or necessarily have all the time that I do to put into my book. So if you want someone to kind of take your project and run, then maybe traditional publishing under an agent or another company would be for you. But for me, I'm extremely hands-on. Like, I kind of design all of my own covers, and I'm like always in my illustrator's face, like, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? So for me, self-publishing will always be a thing.
Oh, nice. Full creative control. That's
Yes,
important.
I need it.
So your favorite genre of books? So just in general, I know you write children's books, but what's your favorite genre of books just to read and write?
So my favorite genre to read is probably going to be autobiographies of like creatives. So like Shonda Rhimes, Elaine Welteroth, they had amazing books, and it's just their stories, but it's so inspiring. So that's probably my favorite genre to read because it's motivational for me. And my favorite genre to write, I'm gonna always choose to write for children. I love it.
Of course. So what is the title of your most recent book?
My most recent book is called Everybody's Birthday.
Everybody's birthday. So it's a series. So what exactly is the storyline of this series? Is it? I'm curious to know.
Yeah, so it's about this 6-year-old named Maddie, and she loves kind of being with her family and friends. Overall, it's really about having just these amazing experiences, whether it is like in the first book, she tries on her mom's shoes, and each pair of shoes takes her into this, land of make believe where she gets to feel how it is to be her mom, and she just ends up just really admiring and adoring her mother. The second one is about her cooking breakfast with her grandmother, and they go to crack an egg and a chick comes out. So it's really just about family time, using your imagination. My main goal is really to just increase literacy in children and just put Black and Brown characters in the forefront of just regular stories for children. So just normalizing that.
That's good. I gotta check out some of these books sometimes because I remember I was just scrolling, just like I was just kind of like on social media, just like browsing, and I saw like, oh, she's an author. She has a book
Yeah.
published. I was like, wow, that's amazing because I'm actually working on my second book and I'm trying to get published. Me and my
Oh,
wife are writing
awesome.
it together because my wife wanted to. So, oh, can I help you write it? Like, sure, because my wife has published a book too. So I was like,
Oh,
okay,
that's cool.
great. So the next one I'm writing is gonna be really it's for young adults. It's really deep and emotional. It tells a good story. It's actually almost finished, so I'm hoping to get that out by October. But
Awesome. Good luck and congrats.
yes, but your series, it sounds like something I would definitely. My niece would probably love to read it, and my nephew. It sounds amazing. Well, thank you for your time. I know my students; they're really going to love hearing from you, and it's going to inspire them. A lot of them want to be authors themselves, and this is
I hope so.
a lot of good information. But thank you for taking time out of your busy day to do the episode with me.
No problem. Thank you for having me. It was good to connect with you again.
Oh yeah, of course. You look good. You look like you're staying busy. You look great, actually.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, yeah. Anytime you want to meet up again to do another episode, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
But of course, well, you have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Of course. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Mhm.